Yeehaw, ciao, everybody. Bradley is back, and we are still playing Brazil. We are going for that culture victory today. I'm going to see if I can do this in a two-parter. Most of games need to be a three-parter. It's too long, but I think maybe if we use and abuse our carnivals enough, we will be able to make this a two-parter. If you're just jumping in here, that's wonderful. If you'd like to get caught up on part one, that link will be in the description. Otherwise, I think it's time we just start rocking and rolling. We know we're putting down this commercial hub with Hercules to get it done nice and quickly. We know we're going to build up all of our theater squares here. We know we're going to run lots of carnivals to make sure we are getting all the great people we want. And then we know, because we took Exodus of the Evangelists in our golden age, that we're going to get lots of missionaries out and about spreading our religion. Every 4 followers of religion gives us more culture. We will also try and have a little bit of faith in the bank later for national parks and rock bands. At some point, it's possible to get 2 risen per level of walls, so I am actually going to upgrade the walls. Do we resource Valletta? We resourced Valletta. What am I even talking about? Never mind. So I played part 1 yesterday, so part 2 is just coming at me thick and fast here. That's a great commercial hub. Look at us go. Mataram has now flipped over to kind of the AI bullies, the barbarians. It's going to flip over to us. Oh, in about 10 turns now, which is going to be wonderful. We will take Mataram, lots of jungle here, and a pre-built holy site, which is going to be great. Oh dear, Mr. Apostle, you've got yourself in a bind, so we're just going to destroy you, get some more of vbmerch.com. I forgot we'd done that. vbmerch.com in and around. You can see Tuban is now neutral. We'll go and get those 7 population as quickly as we can. I'm sending missionaries right now, as a matter of fact. I bought a whole bunch of missionaries here. I'm going to send them to Shaka's land. I feel like Shaka will be a slightly easier to flip over to our religion than Maya up here. And then once we're done with that, we can see where we want to go next. This guy's got to go, though. This homie, this guy, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Unfair. Get out of Helsingborg. Not cool. There is a lot of good district options here. I actually do want to go. The commercial hub would be quite good here, +5. We do need trade routes. What I was thinking here, though, in Belém is to get the industrial zone. It's not an amazing industrial zone, but getting a factory here will give production bonuses to a whole bunch of different cities. But we do have a lot of production from work ethic, so maybe that's not worth it overall. Sorry, I'm talking out loud here. That isn't going to be worth it. What I need is a commercial hub. +5 will be great, but we need trade routes. We need to get 1 trade route to each of the AIs so that we can get the tourism bonus for our culture victory. So we need at least 5 trade routes, and we're currently at 1. I can fix part of that problem, though, by buying a market, so I shall, just to at least get us back up to 2 trade routes. We have 2 more great people, which I find to be hilariously funny, a great writer and a great merchant, so we will take both of those. We now actually have places to use our great merchants, so one at a time we will send them to where we need them. That's 200 gold and an envoy, which is great because it means I can buy this extra market, which we will absolutely take. Governor title is one we also will take. However, I do want to save one of these for a... Where are we going next? We're going to a... There's a really good theater square around. Yeah, it's in Guarulhos. I do want to save one of these for a corporation. And so let's use the one that gives us a trade route capacity for sure. I'll keep the governor title 1 active for now, just in case we want one later for a corporation. The reformation of Shaka Zulu's empire begins. We are in Nabamba. We're only going to get 1 person for this missionary, but each missionary gets 5 spreads, remember, because of all of our kind of bonuses here. So we're going to have 3 missionaries in here in Nabamba. Then we'll go for Umgundenlavu, and then we'll move on to some of the higher population cities. Just a heads up for all you new culture players out there, if you ever run into the situation where the only place to put your works are in the old god obelisks and you want to put them in a theater square, you can actually come here to the Great Works page that has all these. I can move one of these to an old god obelisk myself, and then I can just add it to the theater square, and I can do that twice to avoid having to move our great writer around every turn. Hey, we flipped Geneva over to vbmerch.com. I'm running into a lot of apostle problems over here in this territory. We're just coming into so many apostles here, and it's hard to kill them all, so we're doing our best, but it's gonna be slow going over here. We are making much better progress over in Shaka's land, which makes sense. He doesn't have any specific religion to fight back, or at least no religious units, so that's been wonderful. I'm just gonna keep on keeping on buying apostles though until my goon squad is sufficiently big, and then we'll rebuy Himiko and get some more envoys everywhere. We circumnavigated. I'm not exactly sure how. Probably with a religious unit of some kind. Oh, with a city-state boat unit. That's pretty funny. I'm glad we did that. Not the first to do it, though, so not maximum era score, but alas, that's okay. We are going to get our first great musician now. And as you can see, we're just trucking through these great engineers, which we'll use this to build the Forbidden City with. First great work of music is in, which is awesome. It's great. It's good to have a variety of great works in our cultural empire. If we take a look at the victory as well, we are so far doing the best with our visiting tourists, 10 out of 112. We're not quite there yet, but we're still abusing the carnival system, getting what we can out of all of our districts as well. I've run into an enemy apostle here. It seems that Saladin also has some religious thoughts. So I'm going to send an apostle over here as quickly as possible to beat him up, because our apostle goon squad is not sufficiently big enough at this point. He's using every bit of apostle energy over in Shaka's land to try and kill my missionaries. We're going to be able to get off all of our charges before that happens, though, so I'm not super stressed about that. Let's get as much diplomacy as we can. We're going to get some major victories over here with our apostles, so we just need to be patient. So I'll hover on the outline. He's actually going to use up a lot of his apostles with these spreads. He's not going to keep them alive like I do, so I'm going to end up with more apostles in the long run. I keep rolling for some with debater. Alas, it's not really an option, but that's okay. I don't even like any of these, so I'll just move you without promoting. I think it's fun to build at least one Copacabana, so I'll build one here in the lake. Although this would have been a good Huey Lake, it's not critical to our empire that we have one. I'm managing through great effort to flip Singapore as well to get as many people following our culture as possible. We have 300 culture on turn 135, which is incredible. And yeah, it's even starting to tick us into a victory for the culture win, which is going to change. That's not really where we're at. We're not that far ahead. But the fact that we're even inching towards it is extremely good so far. Majapahit is going to be the holy city, but we're inching closer. Remember, every time that we take a city into our religion, it means they can no longer purchase their own faith units there because it'll be of our religion. So we definitely want to spread any extra charges we have flipping any city into our religion, because it stops them from being able to buy those units, which will conquer us. We now have the ability to buy naturalists, which means we can go for some national parks, which is going to help increase our tourism. So we'll start planning some of those out. In Pingala's promotion tree, I'm going to go with Curator here. I used the Great Merchant that gave us the extra promotion. I've since received another one that I don't need as much, so I'll have that available for any corporations. But 100% tourism from great works of art, music, or writing in the city is going to increase our tourism number by quite a bit. Mataram now belongs to us. Now, Mataram might be a good spot to build our first natural or national parks. The problem with national parks, the Copacabana was no accident, so we get +4 again. That's pretty cool. The problem with national parks is they need to be on unused tiles, and we're using a lot of our tiles. We just put lumber mills on a lot of them, so there's not a ton of options, but there's a few options for us. We've now received Filippo Brunelleschi. However you say that, we're going to use you for the Forbidden City. I don't think we can build it in the capital. No, we can't. We're going to have to build it in Belém, probably. 28 turns. Yeah, I can just go on this farm. I'm not too fussed about that farm. We can go here and make this industrial, or this theater square even better. It does ruin this beautiful farm diamond we got going on here. Interesting. I think the extra culture is going to be worth it, so we'll do that. I'll wait until we have the Wonder Card in next turn, which is coming up here. Which one is it? It's one of these. Yeah, skyscrapers here. I'm also losing out on a lot of amenities, so I'm going to come in here and make sure we are selling and buying all of our luxuries, which should help our amenity problem quite a bit. Trading with Shaka is going to be our 4th civ we're trading with. We got 1 to Maya, we got 1 to Katarja, we got 1 to Christina, and now 1 to Shaka Zulu will be wonderful. And as you can see, if we come to our culture victory here, where is that? If you come to our culture victory and look at our tourism, plus 25% for trade route, plus 25% for open borders. So we want to make sure we are doing that. We also have a monopoly on the ivory, which I'm not going to lie to you, I kind of forgot that having monopolies on resources was so good for our tourism, but it is giving us a big tourism bonus. We only need 1 more of the diamonds as well, so we'll try and find a way to get a monopoly on the diamonds if that's possible. It seems like Leventa just has to work this next diamonds and we'll get another monopoly, so that should be good. I'm going to get rid of this extra faith here, and we are going to put in the Wonder Card. I also really do love this culture here, but I think we're going to have to get rid of the 33 culture for the extra combat strength. We're just struggling a little too much right now with our religious combat, so we'll have to ditch the culture for now, which is a little unfortunate, but we'll get back to it in a second. We are going to put down the Forbidden City. That's going to cost 920 production. We are going to get 2 charges of 315. It's about 2/3 of this. Before I do that, though, before I waste this engineer, I want to make sure we're not going to lose this to someone else. It doesn't seem like, based on what we can see, anyone else is building it, so that seems fair enough. We'll go for it right away. I desperately need a new government with more policy card slots, so I think we want to go for democracy in this one. Trade routes to an ally or Suzerain provide food and production, which will be good considering we're trying to ally with everyone. And more great works of writing is always good. I'm going to buy Himiko back for the city-state envoys. Now they'll also give us a lot of faith. It says +5 combat strength to all units within 2 tiles. I really do wonder if that also includes religious units. I'm going to bring Himiko over in this direction, literally just to find out if that includes religious units. It doesn't seem to include religious units, but I really want to try and find out. Did we actually lose the Forbidden City? Oh no, it's in Belém. Oh my god, I thought we lost it here. I saw that we had no production. I was freaking out. Okay, everything's fine. Everything's all good. Hagia Sophia would be a really, really good wonder for us. It also goes on, it goes on a rainforest tile. I don't want to get rid of those. I just honestly, though, wonders aside, I think the Carnival is going to do more for us than wonders will. Our first national park option is actually this tile down here, but I can't get to it because of the barbs. So I'm going to try and send a crossbow down to start chipping away at them. I guess I could also just buy a unit in Manaus that can go in and beat them up a little bit. I'll see what kind of units they've got, but it doesn't seem like there's anyone there. This zoo is going to give us +1 science to each rainforest tile, which I think is really funny, so I'll buy that with cold hard cash. I think I'm going to get not quite our own religion, but flipping Bulawayo would be a huge boon for us, I think. I think I've just successfully distracted everyone else's apostles. I've also got missionaries up in Maya's land, just making sure the apostles have to come back and use their charges to keep their own religion. I'm going to head into Sweden with some missionaries and see what I can do. Hey, I've already flipped a city, and Maya doesn't like God's will, hey? Maya's not too into it in Chichen Itza there. All that's telling me, though, is it's time that I get some more missionaries up in that direction to start heading her off. Palembang has now been flipped. Badung is on its way to being flipped. Majapahit would give us a big amount of era score for flipping it, since that's the holy city as well. So we are slowly but surely making our way into the right territory here. I have my debater apostle in and around here on the prowl, looking for someone to do a little damage to. I want to make sure my guru's not far behind me. I can't afford it to die. But we can do some more damage here to this apostle, which is great. We're going to want to do that. And any apostle that has more than one spread is just going to use theirs to spread their religion. We want as many converted cities as possible, just so our culture number goes as high as possible. We have built the Forbidden City. The main reason I wanted this is for the wildcard policy slot. There's a lot of good reasons, but that wildcard policy slot is so versatile, and it gives us so many options later in the game. Instantly builds a bank and a market. That's pretty rad. I think that's pretty cool because I think in Curitiba, I don't have a bank. Yeah, that's perfect. Hell yeah. Let's get that bank going in there. We love that. Grab the bank in Zarkon really quick. I do want to run more carnivals, but we got to do what we got to do. I'll run a carnival here. Why not? With our extra policy card slot, I can finally bring back that 36 culture, which I'm really excited about. That's also going to go up a little bit as well because we are going to get a good theater score here in Campinas shortly. I'm going to buy a naturalist in Manaus because we are going to get our first national park down on these 4 tiles, but we can only stand on that one. Our next national park is going to come down here. This rainforest is going to be really helpful, but I got to get rid of these marshes so the appeal all lines up for the national park. Sweden has been particularly susceptible to our religion flipping. There's no enemy units here, and I can just at will send as many missionaries as I want to flip these religions. So any losses we get here or over here just by not being able to hold our religion, we're going to gain here with the population for sure. With your guru use, you want to make sure to be as efficient as possible. You only have 2 heals per guru, so you want to make sure you're fully surrounded with units to heal. And we flipped Ulundi now. We flipped a lot of these cities. I think we can just go and kill his religion over here. Might be the smarter play. If we take a look at our appeal lens, we need 4 tiles all within the city, all unworked, with high appeal to be able to make a national park. It needs to be kind of in this diamond formation. So getting rid of these marshes will make all of these tiles adjacent to them feel a little bit better. So we'll get rid of that marsh. And we've already made 1 tile better, which is awesome. I just flipped Majapahit to my religion by killing one of their apostles, and I didn't get a notification saying that this was the holy city. So either I flipped it before and I didn't realize, or one of these 2 cities is the holy city, but I doubt that that's the case. We are finally able to get our first national park. So remember, 4 tiles, all good appeal in the same city. These all belong to Zarkon, which is pretty funny because it's so far away. But we're going to put our national park down. +4 era score feels great, and that's going to be more tourism for us. If you're wondering what's going on in the science tree, it's not overly related to what we're doing at the moment. We are heading straight for computers. That gives us +20% or +25% tourism across our empire. And since tourism is the name of the game, I want to head up here before we do anything else in the science tree. We're going to tag team this apostle here. Then we're going to use our old guru healing trick to heal right back up, which is wonderful. This feels like it's probably a defeat, and I don't have any charges left, so I'll back up a little bit. Any gain is a good gain. We don't need to force it. Hey, we flipped our first city over here. It's God's will, homie. Get out of here. Hell yeah, brother. Can we get a hell yeah, brother, for flipping Damietta? Oh my god, now we're cruising through. Now we're getting somewhere. 200 gold and 2 envoys is a great merchant I would love to take, so we will do just that. Let's keep getting our great works of art as well. 200 gold in the bank, 2 envoys also in the bank. Now that I've discovered Chinguetti, I want maximum faith output, so we're going to do that. I use Himiko, but Himiko's already just piling envoys into Hattusa here and getting us that faith every turn, so we're just gonna keep on keeping on with that. We also have the ability to get neighborhoods now, so I'm going to get a neighborhood after this carnival is done. This carnival is also going to get us the great engineer Leonardo da Vinci, which means we probably should build 1 industrial zone if we're going to have workshops that give us +3 culture, but hey, maybe we will, maybe we won't. Oh, we did flip the holy city right here. Ban Jarmison was the holy city, so that's now flipped. We got to make sure we don't get our butt kicked by this apostle here. I want to make sure he can't flip it back. If we get Bima, then we just never have to worry about their units again, which would make me very, very happy. We're going to remove the improvement on this tile here, which should open this up for a national park. Just kidding. Because not all the tiles are owned by the city. That's right. Not all the tiles are owned by the city. But now that all the tiles are owned by the city, boom, national park, baby. Vasteras is now going to be part of our religion as well. I wasn't expecting this to be such a big religious gameplay. It might even be easier at some point to just go into the territory up here and just, you know, flip enough of these cities to win the religious victory. If we take a look at all the victory conditions, our religious victory is going really, really well, but our culture victory is slowing down a little bit. We're still way far ahead, so we're going to have a good time, but it's not as quick, I don't think. Chinguetti just got taken out, so what a waste of my last couple of envoys, but alas, sometimes that's how it goes. We flipped Stockholm, which I'm not sure. Oh, I was like, I'm not sure why it's giving us error score. That's because we were the first to get up into flight, which makes sense. We are ahead of everybody in science and well ahead of everybody in culture, so that's making sense. I'm going to make sure we keep getting our amazing districts down. This theater square is still very, very good, and we are running out of space for all of our great works, so another art museum won't go amiss. Oh no! Oh god, the flank maneuver. The flank maneuver, everybody. She's come down from the left flank. Oh, Maya. Oh, you saw me coming into Whack Cabnal here. I mean, I'm still in Whack Cabnal. I actually just flipped Whack Cabnal to my own religion. But my goodness, you're smarty pants. You're a smarty pants. This mine has now been built in La Venta, so I wonder if that means I have a diamond monopoly. I'm not sure how to check. 5 out of 10, so I still only control 5 out of 10, so I wasn't getting them from the city-state after all. I just need to find my own diamond. I thought I was getting it from the city-state because I don't think there's 5 diamonds in my city. 2 more cocoa would also do the trick, but I'm not sure how I'm gonna get those. I wonder if buying them counts as well. I doubt it. We have a few buildings coming in. I'm saving most of my money to purchase zoos, except for in Helsingborg where I'm not purchasing a zoo, but I'm purchasing some zoos everywhere. We're getting some more districts, getting some more buildings. Everything's feeling good. We got 3 more carnivals coming in. We are moving through our great people really nicely. And so I'm hoping to just get as many as possible to continue building up our tourism. There's another opportunity for a national park here, so I do want to grab that opportunity. I'll buy the arena. Oh, I can't buy the arena and the builder, so I'm going to remove this mine, and then we're going to be able to grab a national park here in Campinas, so that should be good. And then we'll come down here. We will grab the naturalist, and we'll check down the national park or natural park. Oh, it also seems like we can get one up here too, so let's just go into Tal. And we will get another naturalist. Not quite enough faith. Next turn. Yep, next turn we'll get another naturalist. And get 2 more national parks. How fun. We are bringing over all of our religious units for reinforcements. Now that we've flipped every city over here, we know that they can't buy any more religious units. So we'll keep an eye out for them settling new cities that they manage to get to their religion. But for now, we're just flipping the rest of the city-states and sending any extra units across the ocean to finish the job over here. Katarsia seems happy to part with her sculpture here, which I definitely want. I want the tourism, I want the culture, so we will take that sculpture and feel good about it. As mentioned before, in Natal, we are going to grab that naturalist and come grab a natural or a national park up here. Why can I never say that properly? National park. National park. There's a perfect +6 neighborhood here, so we'll grab that down. There is a extension for the neighborhood later that does give us tourism called the shopping mall, which we're going to want to grab, which is great. And we know only one person can spy on us, so I don't need to be worried that all these neighborhoods are going to get bamboozled. 6 turns away from the next era, so we want to move our missionaries around where we need them while we have this extra movement speed. And we are really at some seaside resorts now. I don't know how applicable that is for us, but it's worth checking out. Separately, I'm morally certain that Tikal is going to be this holy site here. Is this Tikal? Yeah, it's going to be the holy city. So I want to try and flip that over as best as I can. Yeah, it was the holy city. Even if now these apostles are going to cause trouble for me, it was worth flipping just for the era score and the fact that they now can't buy units there. Then I can come in with missionaries like this and start working on Kopan. I would have thought that they would send these apostles back now that we're flipping so hard. We actually have to be careful. We may accidentally win a religious victory if we do this. Yeah, because once we fully flip half of Saladin cities, only Lady Six Guy will be left. And so we want to make sure. Do we have Lady Six Guy? No, we don't. So we need 6 of 6. And we don't have Lady Six Guy. But we're close to Lady Six Guy. We're 1 city away, as a matter of fact. No, surely we do now. Surely we do now, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we have more than 4. Or we have 4. So that should be more than half. That's a pretty big victory. This one's got debater. Okay. I mean, I don't need them to kill us. Wait a second. Can I win the game this turn? Hold up. Hold up here. Hold up here. Hold up here. Oh, no. He's got tons of cities. Well, we'll start in Al-Rak, which will give us 1 more. Oh, there's some apostles over here to fight. Okay. Interestingly enough, we might be able to come quite close to winning the game this turn if we kill enough apostles and flip enough cities. That would be really funny if we won the game this turn. Let's remove this improvement, and we're going to sauce down this national park. That'll be great. You're going to head up here as well. And then I do want to send a couple more missionaries across the ocean. So we'll buy some in Mataram. That'll feel quite good. This is just the safest way to go. Fewest amount of apostles in our way. +5 campus feels so good. And I'm going to buy Hercules back in a minute to get that going. We actually have 2 national parks now. Hilariously enough, the Haboob Sandstorm. The boobs are out, and they got rid of these improvements. So might as well take advantage and build a national park in the middle of a sandstorm. You'll love to see it. That's pretty funny. We'll take that. The only one it's not registering us as having is Lady Six Guy now. It's actually registering us as having more than half of Saladins. I don't know how that could be. Oh, is this a random? There's a random city over here. So we actually need 1 more city to win the game. Oh, I kind of want to go for the culture victory, but that's really freaking funny. That we might be able to win the game just by... 1 second. Oh, there's an apostle in here. That was maybe a bad idea. Oh, the Haboob is wreaking havoc. Why do the Haboobs got to do this, man? All right, we're going to go for the other naturalist. Culture victory. It's chipping along. I mean, this is a culture victory, but it's a slow goer. Am I genuinely able to? Yeah, I could win the game right now. Turn 162. What an era! What an absolute era that we could win this game in the Renaissance era, kind of by accident. Oh my God! Let's go, baby. Let's do it. That's a win. No shot. No shot. The surprise religious victory. Oh my God. Out of nowhere. Holy smokes. That is so funny. All right, let's 1 more turn this and let's go over what happened here, because we just won a game of Civ in 162 turns. That's incredible stuff. Early on here, we got some help with Hercules for sure. But we did the right things. We got our holy sites down. We got that religion. We doubled down on our rainforests and our culture and doing it that way. Then, with all of that faith we were getting with our work ethic holy sites, we were able to buy just a lot of apostles, a lot of missionaries. And then, through spreading the religion, which we wanted to do to get the culture, we were able to kind of just take over with our apostle goon squads, which is just so much fun. What an excellent way to win a game. If you enjoyed this really bizarre playthrough as Brazil, but really dominant, that was one of the better games of Civ I've played in a very long time. If you've enjoyed that, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you thought down in the comments. I'm a little disappointed that this wasn't a culture victory, considering we were like so well on the path of the culture victory. And I'll actually save this file and see if we can go for a culture victory maybe on a live stream or maybe in another video. Like we'll return to Brazil next week or something. But that was super fun. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.